Okay, real quick, I'm gonna introduce a cut clip. Will you tell them how you got your name?
Okay, all right. We'll get into that. I'll try to make that as abridged as possible. Short version is, I changed schools. I had been living with my mom after my parents separated. My mom came to Idaho. I went to school here in Idaho for about 4 years. When I finally reached the age that I was able to have a say in which of my parents I lived with, I wanted to go back to Oregon. I wanted to go back to Portland, live with my dad, mainly because I just straight up did not like Idaho on a whole. Nothing against my mom or nothing. It was just living in Idaho drove me nuts from day one. And so I said, I want to go live with dad just to get back into Portland. And so when I showed up at high school, my freshman year of high school in Portland, nobody knew me. I didn't go to school with any of these people in grade school or junior high. I was brand spanking new. And I just decided that I wanted a nickname because I never had one. My name is Jonathan. I've been going by John my whole life. And I thought that's so boring. That's literally the name of the anonymous person is John Doe. And so when the inevitable happened, as happens at the start of every class I'd ever had, when that first roll call is called and I come up, the teacher asks, "Do you go by John or do you go by Jonathan or John?" I blatantly lied to the teacher and all my classmates and said, "Actually, my friends call me Doc." And that was it. I have been Doc ever since.
So you chose your own nickname, you
Yep.
stumbled into it, and it completely stuck, which is something that most people would like to do, but
Yep.
because you don't get to choose your nickname, that's not a thing that happens.
No,
You don't ever get to choose your own nickname. You
I actually
actually
had.
got to choose your own nickname, and it stuck.
Yep. Because
Honestly,
it
you're
was
lucky.
it was the perfect storm of opportunity, and I just took that leap, and it paid off. Yep. And now I can't get rid of it. There have been
Yeah,
moments in my life in which I thought, "Oh, I'm a grown up now. I should get rid of my teenage nickname," and it doesn't work. No one stops calling me Doc, no matter how hard I try. So I
it's
gave
kind
up
of
on that
hard.
too. Yeah.
It really is, because when we started this, I tried and I called you John like 3 times, and I was like, that's not that.
Yeah. It sounds wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah, because I keep wanting to correct myself because I feel like I messed up your name, but I'm like, no, that
That
is
actually
his
is my
name.
name. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a little bit of a trip up. I never the nickname I always wanted to have.
Hmm.
I never told anybody about it because I wanted it to happen organically because you can't choose your own nickname. I knew that, and I knew if I tried, I was gonna get some weird, funky version of it, and
Right. Yeah.
that's not what I wanted.
No,
Uh,
that's worse. Yeah.
yeah, so when I was a kid, it was Hacky, and then when I got older and I joined the military, it became Hacksaw. Uh, because there was just we were at a special operations course, and a bunch of people were just kind of assigning nicknames to each other.
Hmm.
I got Hacksaw. One of my buddies got Foxy Kitten.
Oh wow. Wow.
I
Wow.
think he
How did?
won. I think he
Yeah.
won. I'm sorry,
I
but that is
feel I feel
hilarious.
like there's a hell of a story behind that one. Is there?
Except there isn't.
That's even better.
There just isn't a really good story behind that. Like we were at a search course, and after a while, I can't remember. Like some other people came up with nicknames, but it was call signs, and they were going like, "All right, Foxy
uh,
Kitten, Hacksaw, Diggs." There were a few of them that came out.
okay.
And mine was just a really boring one. It's off my name. My uncle has the same nickname when he was in the Marines. My cousin has the same nickname as a gamer tag. My other
Right.
uncle has the same nickname in a concrete business.
I,
Like
I, rem-
it's
I
just our
remember.
family's nickname.
I remember being thrown when, like, I can't remember which one, but one of your military buddies like showed up in Portland, and he kept calling you Hack the whole time. And like there were moments where I was sitting there going like, Brad, do you want me to call you Hack? Is that
No,
what you?
God no. No, Hack is a cool nickname. It is. I'll
Yeah.
give it that. But that is the Colonel. The Colonel's nickname was Hack. That the Great
Ah.
Warrior Hack. That like, and when I say Colonel David H. Hackworth, the Colonel, like the Hack, nobody else gets that name.
Right. Okay. I
Like
gotcha.
he's just like I said, when he died, his headstone, he has so many awards that were rewarded throughout his military service that they actually go into the grass.
Right. Yeah. You mentioned that before. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he won. He he gets that nickname and it gets to stay. I have to share my nickname with like five other family members. However, I'm the only one who spells it this way, and the reason I got that was from the DMV, because
Oh.
for a motorcycle license plate, you can't have 7 letters for a hacksaw. You could only have, I think it was 6. So instead, they dropped it down and they changed the spelling of it. So it was a guy at the DMV who actually gave me my current nickname as it stands.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So that's organic. That works. Yeah.
Half-ass, half-ass. It definitely was not. Like no. I like your story a lot better.
Well, I'll tell you where it didn't feel like a win until many years later. I was dating a girl, and we got to the point of the relationship where it was time for me to meet the family,
Mhm.
and we did it full bear. I was meeting her. We were going to her family's place for Christmas, so I'm meeting her family for the first time at the holidays, just like in the movies.
Sure.
And we get to, and I things have gone pretty well. I kind of flubbed it a little bit in the beginning because her dad was literally the spitting image of the dude from Big Lebowski, and I said that out loud, and it didn't exactly hit because he had never seen the Big Lebowski, and so I had to explain it, and that really. So it was off to a rocky start, but I recovered. But then I come to meet I can't remember who exactly he was. He was like an uncle or a great uncle or something like that. And apparently he's like the family curmudgeon. He's the guy who doesn't like anybody. And so when it came time for me to meet him, there was literally a family meeting. Like they pulled me into the kitchen with like 4 other family members, and they're all like, all right, so you got to meet Uncle so-and-so. All right, just get it over with. He never likes anybody. Just don't take it personal. We just got to do it. And I'm just like, all right. So I go into the living room, and he's there, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm Tegan's boyfriend. They call me Doc. And he, like, we go to shake hands, and then how like the handshake's over, so you go to let go, but then the person doesn't let go. They hold tighter and pull you in closer, like real
Right.
threateningly. Like he
Yeah.
did that to me, pulls me in, and he goes, "Why do they call you Doc?" And I panicked, and I went, "Because I tell them to." And he goes, "I like you, and let's go." I could hear audible gasps from the family behind me in the kitchen, and I was like, boyfriend champion, right here. That's right. I'm a keeper."
I always get nervous in those times because I've had some very much not like that. Has never gone quite that well. I've been warned about the people,
Mm.
and the part that scares every family that I've met is that dude always loves me. So everybody's like, "Oh shit, we got another one."